Alright, hello and welcome to yet another episode of Late Night Legendaries. Tonight we're going to be doing an Act 3 key run, and we'll try and do a little bit of a how-to for you here tonight on kind of our most efficient route to do that. I'm playing with Zach and Ryan, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hey, I'm Zach the Barbarian.
Ryan, monk.
Short and sweet.
Short, sweet.
Alright,
So,
keep depths level 1.
yeah, we typically
Get
start
this
at
showboat on the
the
road.
Keep Depths level 1 waypoint, which puts you right next to the level 2 of the Keep Depths, but we go backwards through level 1 for this very reason, because you'll run right into a champ pack most of the time. We typically avoid the Keep Depths level 2 because it's has the kamikaze
Exploding, yeah.
guys, which will one-shot you, and when you're doing a run, there's no need to worry about that.
Yeah. Not to mention there's just some really nasty combos down in the keep decks level 2 because you can get the Morlocks.
And if you get
down there
lucky, Keep Depths level 1 will provide you with all 5 stacks that you need for a key run.
Yep. Makes things very short.
Typically you won't get the full 5 off the first level, but there's a chance.
Yep.
Yep,
Oh, no quest guy. So that's probably won't get 5 stacks this time around, but this is okay.
There's plenty left in the run.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Not to mention, the one thing I do like about coming down here is we do get a lot of just little trash mobs and stuff that are worth decent experience for Paragon leveling too. Small hallways makes it nice for AoE damage as well.
Like the crit nados that are flying around at me.
I truly enjoy the crit nados.
So I guess while we do our Act 3 kind of how-to key guide here, we can kind of talk about what builds we're using. I'm playing a kind of non-standard build. I'm using, my primary is Meteor Shower, and it's pretty inaccurate, but it lets me move and kind of run and gun a bit without worrying too much about making sure I time my meteor correctly. I comboed that in with Storm Armor, which is kind of unusual for wizards now because energy armor is our go-to defense, but I like Storm Armor because it keeps racking up crits and just gives me a little bit of damage boost. Do the standard Force Weapon, which is just a flat percent damage upgrade, and then Diamond Skin with Crystal Shell for a little bit of survivability. I don't normally use this, but when I'm playing with a group of people I will, which is Slow Time, and I use the rune that increases damage on anybody that's inside, and that helps the whole group do more damage. And then I just have Magic Missile to get Arcane Power back when Meteor's down. For my passives, I use Astral Presence for the Arcane Power, Glass Cannon for the damage, and Critical Mass to help me keep those crystals, that Diamond Skin and Slow Time bubbles up. So that's kind of the build that I run with now. It's a little bit non-standard, but it's not too bad.
So why did you decide upon going with Magic Missiles for your regen instead of Electrocute?
Because Electrocute, if it hits 3 targets, will give you 3 Arcane Power back. But Magic
Instead
Missile,
of the higher amount that the Magic Missile will give?
and Magic Missile, even if there's only 1 target around, will give 4 Arcane Power back. So it's a faster
Correct.
way to recover.
Yeah, I see. Oh, I was just wondering what your reason was.
Arcane,
Because
I think Magic Missile has a little bit slower animation, so I think that's why Electrocute gains back less Arcane Power. So I don't know what the actual number crunching difference is, but
Sure. No, I was just wondering, like, if it just felt better. I mean, I'm no number cruncher, so I just do what feels good while I'm playing. So if it feels natural and just
that's information
overall,
that we
just
did
that
not
is,
need to know.
well, there's no, what else would you? What other way would you say that? Honestly,
if it feels good, keep touching it. I really
Right,
don't.
exactly. No, but it just, I mean,
Help.
I'm not one to crunch numbers, so whatever makes it the most
That
fun,
is-
then I'll do
Please
that.
help.
Champ, I'm here.
This the champ and quite a few guys here.
Cool. Well, so I run a slightly off-standard build too, but it's actually becoming a more prevalent build, I guess, among a lot of barbarians. I enjoy the undergeared barbarian build pretty much. So that's sprint with dreadnought, revenge with provocation, uh, insanity with the berserker rage with insanity for when I hit those champ packs that I really need to damage as fast as possible. Where I diverge a little bit from a lot of barbarians is I actually use, because we for our group play, but even for solo play, I use threatening shout with the falter. I can also use the one that slows mobs, which is called Intimidate. So I fluctuate between those two. The reason why is it just gives me a flat out damage reduction. I know a lot of people are still using Warcry with impunity, but I just feel that the bonuses that it gives were reduced way too dramatically. I'm guessing if I actually ended up going to Monster Level 10 that I would in fact probably switch over to Warcry, but as for right now, I don't feel that it's really worth it. Just in Monster Power 4 and just Monster Power 5. For my passes, I'm using Ruthless for my crit hit chance because it's desperately low and I need to get more. Tough as Nails and Superstition for my defensives. So that's pretty much the build I use. I like it because it's like a bleed health, charge health build. It keeps me up for a long time without having to worry about going down or, when we fight those really hard champ packs, I feel a lot more comfortable with being able to just fully regain my health back immediately without having to dance around too much. That's why I run this build. I got the Bold Kathos weapons too, just so I could get a little bit of the whirlwind damage in on top of that, so it helps me get just a little bit more AoE. Oh, I also have Rend. Rend was pretty good. I use that with the Bloodlust, so it's triple life abilities.
And what about you, Ryan?
And the monk. I'm the only one here right now that's using pretty much a bone standard monk build. It's the sweeping wind build, the crit NATOs. The whole idea behind this build is to the rumor is coming that the one with everything monk's best passive ever is going to get nerfed. So monk is now switching to just do a shite load of damage, and hopefully you can survive it. So monk is lots and lots of DPS right now. I'm doing 45k sheet DPS, and then with the sweeping wind, cyclone, the Mantra of Conviction with Overawe, and Breath of Heaven with Blazing Wrath, and then also Blinding Flash with Faith in the Light. I'm dealing a whole bunch of additional weapon damage on top of the sweeping wind. So all calculated out, especially with the Juan Kim Lao that I'm using on my main hand, doing about 150 to 200,000 DPS. It's pretty awesome. I love monks.
That's one thing that I think aggravates me is that when a build becomes too strong, rather than increase other builds to be stronger, Blizzard has a tendency to weaken that build, which would be fine except that people invest a lot of time and money into the gear to support that specific build, so when it gets tweaked down, a lot of that gear is not as useful.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And the one thing I've been reading with what Blizzard is saying is they're trying to find a way to nerf one with everything without making it a complete pain in the ass to all the monks involved.
Well, they did not manage to pull that off for Wizard, so we'll see if they do for... Do you guys notice that we got two tile sets, the same tile set, twice?
Yes, correct.
Yep.
That's so weird.
It's random.
It's not random to pick a bunch of pre-made tile sets.
So I've got 4 stacks.
Yep. You want to go straight to the stone fort, and
Yep.
so at this point,
sure we'll find
if you have 3 stacks, it's probably better to go to Keep Depths level 3 and get your remaining stacks there. But when we get 4 or 5 stacks, we usually go straight to the stone fort and try and pick up our 5th stack on the way to the key.
Which is right.
Yeah. The other thing too is when you have 3 stacks, if you go to the keep depths level 3, there is normally a champ pack really close to that door as well, because it's at the end of the keep depths, and normally there's a champ pack back there. Sometimes it will they won't have that spawned, but for a general rule, there's normally a champ pack there, so you normally just want to be ready for that right up front.
So if you don't know by this point, I guess we should have gone over this at the beginning. For Act 3 key run, you need to get 5 stacks, and then you kill the key warden, who is on the stone fort. And we'll show you him in just a minute.
Yeah, I guess for our first runs we could have done the introductory. I'm pretty sure people are probably watching this are veterans of the whole key warden runs and stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably throw this one up as a kind of a how-to guide, so we might get some people that are just trying to figure out what to do for the first time.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, we can always go through a little bit more in the numbers on our. I mean, granted, we're not like the top-tiered frickin' players in this game, but in the same token, we kind of know what we're doing. This isn't our first rodeo, if you know what I mean.
I wouldn't go that far.
I have no clue what I just click my mouse and punch things.
That's how this game is made.
They just follow you.
Yay!
And here's the key warden.
Hooray!
So the only thing you have to watch out for him is he has circles of frost, and inside those circles of frost, dead frozen bodies fly down, which do significant damage, and you get slowed. So you just have to watch the ground, and if you see the frost, you need to get out of the way as fast as you can.
Yeah, he used to
nerfed in the latest one.
Yeah, yes, he used to have Illusionist. That was been taken away because that made him way too powerful. Also, he used to fly around a lot more.
Yeah, he zipped around like a goddamn bat out of hell the first time I saw him.
His issue is that he has a frost trail that he leaves when he moves, so it makes you run after him super slowly. But they made him not fly around as much either.
And they made him not drop keys. Oh, he dropped a key. All right.
Yeah,
I am excited.
I am also excited because I finally got a key after 6 runs of this game.
Well, that's 3 for 3 on keys then.
Nothing above a bunch of useless rares, though. I'm not too happy about that.
Well. Diablo 3.
We are not doing farming runs either, so.
That's so close.
The cleanse choice.
Clench choice. 236 dexterity. Good lord. All that thing needs is some crit damage or crit hit.
To the keep. And so then now you have one of the 3 pieces necessary to make the Infernal Machine, which will bring you to the Uber bosses.
Oops.
Again, thanks for watching another episode of Late Night Legendaries. If you enjoyed our how-to guide, just like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks very much.
Stay brutal, everybody.